Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the new lesson, molecular basis of inheritance. Molecular basis of inheritance. In previous chapter already we had learned about inheritance patterns on the genetic basis of such a pattern. Already we had learned in the last lesson. Previous chapter we have learned the inheritance of Mendel. Inheritance pattern and genetic basis of such a pattern. At the time of Mendel, the nature of those factors regulating the pattern of inheritance was not clear. It was not clear on those days. Over the next 100 years, the nature of putative genetic material was investigated, culminating in the realization that DNA, that is deoxyribonucleic acid, is the genetic material. DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, is the genetic material. At least for the majority of organisms, DNA is acting as the genetic material. So first we are going to learn about the DNA. First topic is the DNA only. So we will be learn about the DNA. Deoxyribonucleic acid and ribonucleic acid are the two type of nucleic acid. Two nucleic acids are there. Which are the two nucleic acids? See that. Deoxyribonucleic acid and ribonucleic acid are the two type of nucleic acid, DNA and RNA. Found in living system, DNA acts as the genetic material in most of the organism. Two nucleic acid are there, DNA and RNA. In that, DNA acting as the genetic material in most of the organism. And RNA, though it also acts as a genetic material in some viruses. In some viruses, RNA acting as the genetic material mostly functions as a messenger RNA only. So RNA, though it acts as a genetic material, it acts as a messenger only. So there are two types of nucleic acid, DNA and RNA. DNA acting as a genetic material in majority of organisms. In some viruses, RNA acting as the genetic material. Even though they are acting as the genetic material, they mostly functions as messengers only. RNA has additional role. Messenger means passing message from DNA to some other. RNA has additional role as well as it function as, what are the roles of RNA? See that RNA has additional role as well as it functions as an adapter, structural, and in some cases it is a catalytic molecule also. These are the functions of RNA. It is acting as messenger, and additional roles are adapter, structural, and catalyte also, catalytic molecule. In class 11 already we had learned that structure of nucleotides and the way these monomer units are linked to form nucleic acid polymers. In this chapter, we are going to discuss the structure of DNA. What we are going to learn in this chapter, see. In this chapter, we are going to discuss the structure of DNA, is replication, the process of making RNA from DNA, genetic code that determines the sequence of amino acid in protein, the process of protein synthesis, and the elementary basis of their regulation. These many things, these many points we are going to learn in this lesson. So what are going to learn this lesson? First one is the structure of DNA. Second one is replication. And third one, the process of making RNA from DNA. That is called transcription. And next one, genetic code that determines the sequence of amino acids in proteins. Genetic code that determines the sequence of amino acid in proteins. The process of protein synthesis, that is translation, and elementary basis of their regulation. These things are there. Structure of DNA, replication, that is the process of making RNA from DNA, transcription. Replication means DNA is forming from DNA. DNA making its own copy or replica. Copy is called replica. Very similar copy only, so it is called a replica. That process is called a replication. So what we are going to learn this lesson? Structure of DNA, replication, that is DNA forming from DNA. Then RNA forming from DNA is called a transcription. RNA from DNA, that is the third one, is transcription. Then fourth one, genetic code that determines the sequence of amino acid in proteins. Genetic code that determines the sequence of amino acid in protein. Next one is the process of protein synthesis and translation and elementary basis of their regulation. The determination of complete nucleotide sequence of human genome during last decade has set in a new era of genomics. Study of genes are called genomics. In the last section, the essentials of human genome sequencing and its consequences will also be discussed only. So let us begin our discussion. Now we are going to the lesson only. So let us begin our discussion by first understanding the structure of the most interesting molecule in the living system. Which is the most interesting molecule in the living system? No doubt that is DNA. In subsequent section, we will understand that why it is the most abundant genetic material. Why DNA is using as genetic material in majority of organisms, that we are going to learn. And what is the relationship of DNA and RNA. So now we are going to learn total about DNA. So first we will be learn DNA. DNA is a long polymer only, long polymer of deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA is a long polymer of deoxyribonucleic acid. Length of DNA is usually defined as number of nucleotides. So, how many nucleotides are present? That will be the length of the DNA. That will be the length of the DNA. Length of DNA is usually defined as the number of nucleotides or a pair of nucleotides referred to as base pairs. This is the characteristic of an organism. For example, a bacteriophage. Are you knowing bacteriophage? Bacteriophage means bacteria eating. Phage means eating only. Bacteria eating. Virus is known as bacteriophage. Bacteriophage is not a bacteria. It is eating bacteria, so it is called a bacteriophage. Actually, it is a virus only. Bacteriophage. Phago means eating only. So, bacteriophage is known as 174 name only. How many nucleotides are there? 5,386 nucleotides are there only. A bacteriophage known as theta 174, 5174. What is his name? 5174 has how many nucleotides are there? 5,386 nucleotides are there. Bacteriophage lambda has 48,502 base pairs are there. And E. coli bacteria has 4.6 into 10 raised to 6 base pairs are there. And haploid content of human DNA is 3.3 into 10 raised to 9 base pairs. Haploid content of human DNA. Human DNA haploid. So from this you understood that the length of the DNA is determined by number of nucleotide or number of base pairs only. For that 3 examples are given. A bacteriophage 5174 has 5,386 nucleotide. And another bacteriophage lambda has 48,502 base pairs. 48,502 base pairs. And Escherichia coli has 4.6 into 10 raised to 6 base pairs. And the haploid content of human DNA is 3.3 into 10 raised to 9 base pairs. So from this what we understood that the length of a DNA is determined by, from here onwards. This is the example. The length of a DNA is determined by the length of number of base pairs or nucleotide. These 3 examples showing that only. Bacteriophage known as lambda 174 has 5,386 nucleotide. And another one lambda 48,502 base pairs. And Escherichia coli has 4.6 into 10 raised to 6 base pairs. And the haploid content of human DNA is 3.3 into 10 raised to 9 base pairs only. So from this you have to understand that the length of the DNA is determined by number of nucleotides or number of base pairs. This, for example, also you have to write along with that. For example, understood. name of the bacteriophage and the number of nucleotides. Here 5174, 5386, and here lambda 48,502, E. coli bacteria 4.6 into 10 raised to 6, and haploid content of human DNA 3.3 into 10 raised to 9 base pairs. Understood? Now we are going to the structure of DNA only, structure of polynucleotide chain. Let us recapitulate the chemical structure of polynucleotide chain, DNA or RNA. So, a nucleotide has three components. A nucleotide has three components. Which are the three components? See that. A nucleotide has three components. A pentose sugar, a nitrogenous base, and a phosphate group. Which are the three one? A nitrogenous base, pentose sugar, and a phosphate group. In this nitrogenous base, purine, pyrimidine, two possibilities are there. Nitrogenous base, purine is also there, and pyrimidine is also there. And in pentose sugar, ribose sugar also possible, deoxyribose sugar also possible. And in DNA, deoxyribose sugar. DNA which sugar? Which pentose sugar? Deoxyribose. And in RNA, ribose sugar. And a phosphate group. So there are three components for a nucleotide. Say which are the three components? Nitrogenous base, that is purine or pyrimidine. And second one, pentose sugar, that is ribose or deoxyribose, and a phosphate group. There are two types of nitrogenous base, that is purine and pyrimidines. Purine and pyrimidine. There are two types of nitrogenous base, purine and pyrimidine. Purine, two are there, adenine and guanine. Adenine and guanine are included in purine only, and pyrimidine is included in cytosine, uracil, thymine. These three are total 5 base, nitrogenous base are there. In that two base, that is adenine and guanine are purine, and cytosine, uracil, thymine are pyrimidine only. Cytosine is common for both the DNA and RNA unit. Cytosine is common for both the DNA and RNA, and thymine is present in DNA only. Thymine is. These four are common only. Adenine, guanine, cytosine is common only. In this uracil and thymine, uracil is present only in RNA. Uracil is present only in RNA. Thymine is present only in DNA. About pyrimidine base. Pyrimidine base, three are there, cytosine, uracil and thymine. Yeah, cytosine is common for both the RNA as well as DNA. But uracil is present only in RNA, thymine is present only in DNA. Adenine and guanine present, that is purine base, both of them are present in both. Both means RNA and DNA. Cytosine is common for both DNA and RNA, and thymine is present in DNA only. Thymine is present in DNA only. Which is present in DNA only? Thymine is present in DNA. So, uracil is present in RNA at the place of thymine. A nitrogenous base is linked to the pentose sugar. Now, these two structures should be combined. A nitrogenous base, that may be purine or pyrimidine, it should be combined with the pentose sugar through a bond called N-glycosidic linkage. Which linkage it is? N-glycosidic linkage. These two structures combine together to form a single structure called nucleoside. Which bond is taking place between the glycosidic linkage will be takes place, and which structure is forming their nucleoside will be formed. Which structure will be formed? Nucleoside, such as adenosine or deoxyadenosine, guanosine or deoxyguanosine, cytidine or deoxycytidine, uridine or deoxyuridine, like that it will be formed. Deoxythymidine, like that it will be formed. So, a nucleotide has three structures. Which are the three structures? Pentose sugar, nitrogenous base, and phosphate. Now, first two structure combined. Which are the pentose sugar combined with the nitrogenous base by a glycosidic linkage called glycosidic linkage. This combined structure is called a nucleoside. Now this nucleoside combined with the phosphate, third component, then it is called a nucleotide. So nucleosides such as adenosine or deoxyadenosine, guanosine or deoxyguanosine, cytidine or deoxycytidine, uridine or deoxythymidine. When a phosphate group is linked to 5-OH of a nucleoside, how it is linking? Phosphate group is linked to 5' of the nucleoside through a phosphoester linkage. Which linkage? First nucleoside is formed by the glycosidic linkage only. And nucleoside combines with the phosphate group by phosphoester linkage, a corresponding nucleotide, that is deoxynucleotide, depending upon the sugar present. If the sugar present is deoxyribose, then deoxynucleotide will be formed, and the pentose sugar is ribose, then ribonucleotide will be formed. Two nucleotides are linked. Now nucleotide is formed, like that two nucleotides are linking, then dinucleotide will be formed. This phosphodiester linkage only, and more nucleotides can be joined in such a manner to form polynucleotide chain. A polymer thus formed has at one end a free phosphate group only. When joining, when people are standing by hand in hand, then what will be happen? One who are standing in first is free, one hand will be free. Understood? You see this the structure only. This phosphate group is free here. Here free, and here one phosphate is free, and one here OH is free only. The first one only no. So when people are standing in hand by hand, then what will be happen? One hand is free in the first also, and the last one is also one hand will be free. Like that, here also one phosphate group is free, and here also one OH group is free only. So 3-5' phosphodiester linkage to form dinucleotide. More nucleotides can be joined in such a manner to form a polynucleotide chain. A polymer thus formed has at one end a free phosphate moiety. This is a free phosphate moiety. That end is called the 5' end, and another end one OH group moiety is free, that is called the 3' end, which is called the 5' end. Where phosphate moiety is free, that end is 5' end. Where OH moiety is free, that end is 3' group. 5' end of which is referred to as 5' end of polynucleotide chain. Similarly, at the end of the polymer, the ribose has a free 3' OH group, which is referred to as 3' end of the polynucleotide chain. The backbone in polynucleotide chain is formed due to sugar and phosphate only. Sugar, ribose sugar and the phosphate is make the main structure. The backbone is three components already we had learned. Which are the three components? Nitrogenous base, pentose sugar, phosphate. In that pentose sugar and phosphate only making the backbone or main frame of the polynucleotide chain. And in between this polynucleotide chain, the nitrogenous base linked to sugar moiety project from the backbone only. Project from the backbone. This is the structure there. In RNA, every nucleotide residue has an additional OH group. In RNA, every nucleotide residue has an additional OH group present at the second position of the ribose. In RNA, ribose sugar only there. There is an additional OH group present on second carbon. Also in RNA, the uracil is found at the place of thymine. RNA, uracil is present at the place of thymine. Another chemical name of thymine is 5-methyl uracil only, because uracil is present there. So it is 5-methyl uracil. DNA an acidic substance present in the nucleus. DNA is an acidic substance only. It is present in the nucleus, was first identified by Frederick Mischer in 1869. Frederick Mischer in 1869. He named it as nuclein. He was not knowing, as it is present inside the nucleus, he given the name nuclein. However, due to technical limitation in isolating such a long polymer, that time technology was not so developed, the science was not developed. So technical limitation in isolating such a long polymer in that, the elucidation of structure of DNA remained elusive for a very long period of time. What was the structure of DNA that was not known by the scientists, because his separation was so difficult that time. So it was only in 1953. It was in 1953 James Watson and Francis Crick, based on the X-ray diffraction data produced by Maurice Wilkins and Rosalind Franklin, proposed a very simple but famous double helix structure for DNA. James Watson and Francis Crick, double helix model of the structure of DNA. One of the hallmarks of their proposition was base pairing between. In this base pairing, already we learned that sugar and phosphate only making the backbone or framework of DNA. In between, base pairs are arranged in such a way. Such a way, base pairs are arranged. In that base pairs only uniqueness or importance is there. So, however, the base pairing between the two strands of polynucleotide chain is his hallmark. So this hallmark is that one of the hallmarks of their proposition was base pairing between the two strands of the polynucleotide chain. However, this proposition was also based on the observation of Erwin Chargaff that for a double-stranded DNA. However, this proposition was also based on the observation of Erwin Chargaff that for a double-stranded DNA, the ratios between adenine and thymine, guanine and cytosine are constant. Adenine always joined to thymine only. Adenine and thymine joined in such a way. And guanine and cytosine. So the ratios between adenine and thymine and cytosine and guanine are constant and equal one only. The base pairing confers a very unique property to the polynucleotide chain. The base pairing confers a very unique property. This base pairing is very important. Adenine always paired with the thymine. Cytosine always paired with the guanine only. So the base pairing confers a very unique property to the polynucleotide chain. They are said to be complementary to each other, and therefore, if the sequence in base pair in one strand is known, then the sequence in other strand cannot be predicted. Therefore, if the sequence of bases in one strand is known, then the sequence of strand can be predicted. Suppose that in one pair adenine is there, so we understood that the other pair what will be there. If one side adenine is there, what will be on the other side? Thymine will be there. Otherwise, in one side thymine is there, then other side adenine will be there. Like that, cytosine is there, then guanine will be there. And guanine is there, then cytosine will be there. So we can be predicted that. If each strand from a DNA act as a template. Template means by seeing which one we are copying something, that is called a template, original one. From that only we are copying the other one. So DNA act as the template for synthesis of new strand. The two double-stranded DNA thus produced would be identical to the parent DNA molecule. DNA, two strands are there in the DNA. Both the strand can be act as a template. The meaning of template understood. By seeing that, that will be the original one. By seeing that only, the other one will be copied. Because of this, the genetic implication of the structure of DNA become very clear. Now we will be see the slide and go to the next. Now we are learning the structure of the DNA only. Molecular basis of inheritance. The lesson name is molecular basis of inheritance. So structure of polynucleotide chain only we are learning now. Learned already. Everybody of you are knowing. Then also see one time from the slide. A nucleotide has three components: nitrogenous base, that is purine and pyrimidine, B pentose sugar, and C phosphate group. Three you understood, no? Nitrogenous base, pentose sugar, and a phosphate group. A nucleotide has three components: nitrogenous base, purine and pyrimidine, pentose sugar, ribose, and deoxyribose, phosphate group. A nitrogenous base is linked to the OH of a nitrogenous base is linked to the OH of first carbon of pentose sugar. Pentose sugar means 5 carbon are there. Pentose sugar means 5 carbon are there. In that first carbon, OH is linked. A nitrogenous base is linked to the OH of first carbon pentose sugar through N-glycosidic linkage to form a nucleoside. For what it is forming? A nucleoside is forming. Now this nucleoside linked to phosphate group. Phosphate group is linked to the OH of 5 carbon of a nucleoside through phosphodiester linkage. Phosphodiester linkage, the nucleotide is formed. So understood. Glycosidic linkage is taking place in connecting between sugar and the nitrogenous base, forming nucleoside. Afterwards, this nucleoside is connected to phosphate by phosphodiester linkage. So structure of polynucleotide chain only we had learned that, and this base pairing is very important. That already we had learned that the base pairing is so important for this one. The structure of the DNA already we had learned. The main skeletal structure is made up of nitrogenous base and pentose sugar only. Base pairs are joined in such a way that it forms stairs of a hair case. In such a way it is formed in between. Total 5 base pairs are there. 5 bases are there. In that purine 1 are adenine and guanine. Adenine and guanine, purine. Cytosine, thymine, uracil are pyrimidines only. Cytosine, thymine and uracil. In that cytosine is common to both RNA and DNA. But thymine is present only in DNA and uracil is present only in RNA. RNA also acting as a genetic material in some of the organism like a virus, but it has many other functions. DNA only concentrating in the as a genetic material. That is the success of DNA that we will learn now. So nitrogenous base is linked to the first carbon OH group. OH of the first carbon pentose sugar through N-glycosidic linkage to form a nucleoside. When a phosphate group is linked to OH of 5 carbon of a nucleoside through phosphodiester linkage, the nucleotide is formed only. Structure also shown here like this. How it is joined. This is the pentose sugar joined with the nitrogenous. These are the nitrogenous base pairs only. This pentose sugar joined with the phosphate. Pentose sugar joined with the phosphate to form nucleoside only. First carbon with the glycosidic linkage only shown there. Here one phosphate moiety will be free at one end. That end is called the 5' end. One of the end. In one of the end, phosphate moiety will be free. That is called the 5' end. In other end, OH moiety will be free. That is called as 3' end. So this is the 3' end. 3' end. And first two, this is 5' end and this is 3' end. First, this nitrogenous base pair. See this one, nitrogenous base pairs combining with the phosphate to form nucleoside. Nucleoside only. First carbon. This is first carbon. OH group present in the first carbon is combining. And here base pairs are joined here only. Base pairs are joined by which bond only? Phosphodiester bond only. This bonding is glycosidic bond only. This is the polynucleotide chain only. Polynucleotide chain. So the backbone in a polynucleotide chain already I told that. 5' end and 3' end all of you understood. So 5' end one more time see that. A polymer thus formed has at one end a free phosphate group. This one is the free phosphate group and this one is the free OH group. 5' end of the ribose sugar which is referred to as 5' end of polynucleotide. Similarly, at the other end of the polymer, the ribose has a free 3' OH group which is referred to as 3' end of the polynucleotide chain. The backbone in a polynucleotide chain is formed due to sugar and phosphates only. The backbone in a polynucleotide chain is formed due to sugar and phosphates. The nitrogenous bases linked to sugar moiety project from the backbone. In RNA, every nucleotide residue has an additional OH group present at the second position of the ribose. Second position, what is the difference between DNA and RNA only given at these 2 points are there. Difference between RNA and DNA. In RNA, every nucleotide residue has an additional OH group present at second position in the ribose. Also in RNA, the uracil is found at the place of thymine, another chemical name for the thymine. These 2 different points are there. In RNA, uracil is present and DNA, thymine is present. In RNA, every nucleotide has an additional OH group present in the second position of the ribose. Now, invention of DNA only referred here. First, it was invented inside the nucleus only, discovered from the nucleus only, so it got the name nuclein. Frederick Michel only given the name nuclein. And because of the technical problem, its isolation was very difficult because it is a very long polymer only. So its isolation was a problem. So its structure and all was not decided on that day. Afterwards, 1953, Watson and Crick invented the using James Watson and Franz Crick based on the X-ray diffraction data produced by Morris Wilkins and Rosalind Franklin, proposed a very simple but famous DNA double helix model for the structure of DNA. One of the hallmarks of their proposition was base pairing. Base pairing was its hallmark. Base pairing between the 2 strands of polynucleotide chain. And however, this proposition was all based on the observation of Ergin-Chargaff rule. Many times this question asked in the exam, Chargaff rule. Erwin-Chargaff. So proportion was also based on the observation of Erwin-Chargaff for a double-stranded DNA. The ratio between adenine, thymine and guanine and cytosine are constant and equal one only. Adenine is always paired with the thymine. So the number of adenine and thymine will be equal only. Guanine is always paired with the cytosine. So guanine is there means no doubt that cytosine also there. So their number is equal and constant only. Now the base pairing confers a very unique property to the polynucleotide chain. They are said to be complementary to each other only. In one of the polynucleotide chain A is there, the other polynucleotide chain T will be there. In one of the chain G will be there, the other chain having C. So we can say that it is complementary to each other, and therefore if the sequence of base in one strand is known, then the sequence in the other strands is predictable only. Each strand from DNA act as a template. Template already I told you know, from which one the other one would be copy, means original one. Template for the synthesis of new strand, the 2 double-stranded DNA thus produced would be identical to the parental DNA molecule. Because of this, the genetic implication of the structure of DNA become very clear only. And structure of DNA also given, we didn't learn that this is the structure of 2 polynucleotide chains shown like this. See? This one. This one, see that this is one polynucleotide chain. 5' end and 3' end. Phosphate moiety is free here, so it is 5' end, and OH moiety free here, then 3' end. Here, another polynucleotide chain. This is phosphate moiety free, so 5' end here and 3'. This is called 5' to 3', and here also 5' to 3'. So it is called anti-parallel arrangement. What it is called? Anti-parallel. That is remaining to learn only. We will learn in detail. So 5' and 3' end. Here 3' end and 5' end. Where phosphate moiety is free, that end is called 5' end, and where OH moiety is free, that end is called 3' end. And 2 polynucleotide chains are there. In between, adenine is bonded to thymine with 2 hydrogen bond. 2 hydrogen bond. Adenine to thymine. Guanine to cytosine with 3 hydrogen bond and cytosine to guanine. Suppose that here what we are not knowing, we can predict. If here guanine is there, then here cytosine. Here cytosine is there, then here guanine. Here thymine is there, then adenine. And adenine is there, then thymine. Understood? So double standard polynucleotide structure that we didn't learn, that one I have shown. Adenine to thymine, guanine to cytosine. This is the structure invented by Watson and Crick. These are the polynucleotide chain. Same polynucleotide chain. This is going like this only, anti-parallel only. Like this going. And this ribbon-shaped structure, that is polynucleotide chain, is made up of nitrogenous base and the phosphate only. And base pairs are arranged in such a way, like stairs of a staircase. See? So I think that all of you understood it. The remaining portion we will be learning in another class. One more time I will show the slide to you. Now structure, molecular basis of inheritance is the name of the lesson. In that the DNA only we are learning now. So in DNA we are learning the structure of polynucleotide chain. And read and see that first. And first lesson's test is there on 20th July, Monday. 20th July. Very small lesson, only 2-3 pages are only there. Last time only 13 students attempted the test. This time all of you have to attempt the test. All the bio students should be there. Then only I will sign the record. All the students. No doubt that all of you are going to write the board exam in the March. So small test you are writing, then only you will become enough to write a board exam. Directly not going and write the board exam like that. The class test, unit test, terminal exam like that. Writing the test and exam like that, then only you will become good enough to write a board exam. So everybody should be attempt the test